Om Namah Shivaya. 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 Thank you for joining today's live stream. The live stream of consciousness as it flows over here and then over there, dancing, playing, singing. These meditations are offered to help attune you to the love that you are and have always been. The unconditional divine love that is each and one of us. With time, with experience, with traumas and dramas, with hopes and dreams, with desires, with aversions, we gradually, or maybe suddenly, lose sight, lose feeling of the love that we are, the love that we've always been, the love that everything is. We feel and think of ourselves as small, separate individuals. The five senses, in some yogic philosophy, in asceticism, yogis feel that the five senses betray. The five senses betray, and that the overindulgence of the five senses leads to death and decay. In Shakti philosophy, the philosophy of the Divine Mother in all her forms, including Ganeshini behind me dancing, the five senses and the world are not something to be avoided or condemned, but rather celebrated. Overindulgence is still a problem. We all know that as human beings. But participation and enjoyment is not a problem. All the exquisite tastes this world has to offer, all the exquisite experiences this world has to offer. The divine, the universe, God, whatever you would like to call it, the natural order, gave us five senses, no? Do you think there's a mistake? Yes, it's a blessing. The senses are a blessing. In Kashmir, around the 11th century, the Kashmiri masters indulged the senses, but not in a way that like overindulgence, but enjoyed and discovered that the senses, music, art, food, making love, could all access the divine, because after all, it was all divine and is all divine. So it's all access points, all meditative access points. The same holds true for singing and dancing. The same holds true for emotions. You know, we have an emotion, let's say anger, and there's a story about it, why we're angry. So-and-so made me angry. or this situation made me angry. So there's always some story, like some reason why we're angry. But when we're in a childlike state, it's just anger, and maybe there's a reason, maybe there's not. Just emotions come and go like waves. So when we can release the stories, release the memories, release the traumas and dramas, and then we can just experience the emotion without even labeling it something like anger or rage or jealousy. We just feel the sensation and drop the story. This is a very powerful, powerful, powerful technique alluded to in the Shiva Sutras. This power, strength of emotion is divine as well, and an amazing access point for Kuṇḍalinī, just to feel the energy and the power of emotion without story, and then allow these emotions to flow through and around you. In my experience, the body will heal itself of long repressed and oppressed emotions. These emotions, if they're not let out, create energetic and emotional blocks within the human being. And by letting the emotions flow, by giving yourself permission as a meditation to let the emotions flow, we can do so much healing right on our own. No need to visit shaman or doctors, or psychiatrists, psychoanalysts, past life regression therapists. We still can, but the most powerful deep healing can happen just by creating a nice safe space for ourselves and then being with what arises with loving awareness. Whatever arises with loving awareness. And after a while, when one gets in the habit of being in loving awareness with oneself, allowing whatever to arise, whatever thoughts arise, without a judgmental, critical tape running in your head that maybe your parents or school or life gave you. And just to be present in love with whatever arises. So I call that the loving death. Total acceptance. Acceptance with what is within right now. What needs to be expressed right now. And then after a while, this loving acceptance, loving awareness, loving surrender, and loving enjoyment starts to be expressed externally into the world. This loving awareness cannot be faked. No, it's quite obvious when something like that is inauthentic. I've seen people who are forcing their eyes exaggeratedly open to show that they're awake, as if that were the major clue of their exalted consciousness. Of course, some people in very high consciousness have little slits for eyes and bliss tears all the time. Others have open eyes, others have normal eyes, others have eyes of all sorts of different manifestations. So the important part is the authenticity of whatever is happening within you, not to conform to some idea of what a human being should be, or what a yogi should be, or what a husband, a father, a wife, a mother, a sister, a friend. Should be. Shoulds and coulds. Would'ves. It's all water under the bridge. So, as you might have gathered, this is a very yin, feminine practice, very allowing and surrendering. This is not the yoga of willpower. There's a lot of that out there. If you'd like to experience and dive deep into the world of willpower yoga, you have many alternatives available. I checked a lot out myself. This yoga is the yoga of allowing and surrendering and accepting. So much can happen, so much grace can flow when one moves into, say, an operating system of acceptance, loving surrender, and enjoying whatever comes. So many exercises that people can learn to raise the Kuṇḍalinī, to raise the goddess, the psycho-spiritual force latent within mankind that can lead to radical, complete transformation and eventually into love realization or God consciousness. In this yoga, we do not use our will. We accept, we relax, we open our hearts and our minds. We are in a state of receptivity and we allow to flow what flows. Trusting the loving Tao, trusting the goddess, trusting Kālī, trusting the universe. The body has an innate intelligence that wants to heal. When you cut yourself, you could put rubbing alcohol and a plaster and that stingy red stuff. They still use that. But it will also just heal on its own. The body has an intelligence we cannot fathom. We have no idea how so many things work in the body, although science pretends that it does. Calories, it's a theory. As far as I understand, science has really no idea how food ingested is then converted into energy, if it is. It's all guesswork. We can say that the body has a self-healing mechanism that we can all observe. The body wants to live until it doesn't anymore. But while it has life force, whatever you want to call that, that life force is intelligent. It's moving things around, it's creating new cells and getting rid of dead ones and regenerating the skin. Have you noticed that if you fast, even a juice fast, within a couple of days your skin is completely different, no matter what you've done before? So the body is creating new, softer, more harmonious skin cells when you fast. That's the body's innate capacity. So within, so without. This divine intelligence that we all experience in the body is also operative outside the body. How could it be otherwise? One not need call it God or Krishna or Buddha or Christ, but one can acknowledge there is some divine intelligence, some intelligence even. Well, it's all divine, no? And then when one starts tuning into that intelligence, one can see the beauty, the grace, the mystery, the surprises, the love that this universe provides for us. Not to say there is not tragedy or injustice in this world. Of course there is. But there also seems to be a dynamic intelligence, a loving dynamic intelligence at work that is really the ground, or the dynamism and the ground of all that there is, including us. In these meditations, we attune to that divine intelligence, to that divine love. We attune to grace. How does it work? Why? It doesn't really matter. What matters is what you feel, what you experience. Does it feel expansive? Does it feel joyous? Does it feel nice, blissful, meditative? Or is it something you don't want to do anymore, don't want to do again? It's all great. I have found that when people come for meditation, when they meditate with one another, that they start to have the same experience that I have internally. The experience of Kuṇḍalinī Shakti, the experience of this loving awareness, the experience of wonder and awe, of joy, of love. Many psychic experiences and visions, other realms, gods and goddesses. We are all, each of us, a living temple, a portal. Some are more activated at this moment than others. And then to get more activated, one can be around those activated people. And there's a remembrance, a reverberation, a resonance that helps activate your living temple. So these meditations are not about entraining you in my vibration. They're about reminding you and attuning you to your own divine vibration. And we're all just celebrating and sharing together. The deep, deep remembrance of the divine light, remembrance of love, unconditional love, endless love within your being. Allow whatever comes forth to come forth. Accept whatever flows over here and flows over there. However you would like to interact with this meditation is perfect. I found, for me, that when I sit up straight and move into a meditative zone, it works much stronger and more harmoniously for me. But I've also had incredible moving dynamic meditations while dancing, or being on the scooter, or being in a taxi, or being at the airport. So, in that level, it doesn't really matter what you're doing or where you are. It's just like the resonance or the ripple of the divine light touches you in whatever moment grace touches you, and that moment becomes a meditation. there is only love. One being, one light, one love, I am. Om Ma Shri Ma Lama. Bhakta A. Om Shakti Ma. Hail Mary, full of grace. We are all one. Om Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma Lama. Om Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma Vama Kālī. Om Ma Jai Ma Vama Kālī. Om Shakti, Shakti Devi Kuṇḍalinī. Om Ma. Om Aim Hrim Gleam Shrim. 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 In this school of yoga, we don't do yoga. Yoga does us. So there's no confusion or there's no doing it wrong. I'm not a Sanskrit scholar, and the pronunciations are not perfect by any means, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that I didn't get these mantras from a guru. They just happens automatically and spontaneously through this being. You can say I received them from the Divine Guru, Kālī, as automatic, spontaneous yoga. This is the most powerful mantra, the mantra that comes straight from the divine, in through you, without the brain getting involved. Pronunciation doesn't matter, order doesn't matter, if you've heard it before, it doesn't matter, what it means doesn't matter. What matters is what is, and that it's happening, knowing that this mantra flowing forth is the perfect mantra, not just for you, but for everyone you're meditating with. No question about that. Om Ma Jai Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma. There is only love. Om Ma Jai Ma. Kama Satayo Sikarokoya Kika Ma. Bhavatu Kamawa Dasa Bhakta. Om Shakti Ma. Hail Mary, full of grace. There is only one. Om Ashri. Om Ma Jai Ma. Om. I am. 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 I am love. I am love. I am love. I am love. Oh. I am love. 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 Ma ma, JJ ma, Bhakta Om Shakti ma. Hail Mary, full of grace, we are all one. Om Ma, Jai Ma, Om Ma, Jai Ma Om. Kama satayo sikorotoya ki, kama nayo kasamata, Vama Kālī. Some people ask me whether I'm in a trance when these meditations take place, because it can look that way. My eyes become very small. I am speaking strange languages, and I appear to be in some kind of altered state of consciousness. So for some people that can look like a trance. And there are people who offer very powerful meditations in a trance or semi-trance state. So it doesn't matter, whatever works, you know. But I'm not in a trance. I'm fully present. In fact, I am more present than I normally am in my normal waking presence day to day. More aware, more feeling, more intuitive, more spontaneous, more connected. Feeling not just what's over here, but also what's over there in subtle realms. In fact, you can say we're in a trance the rest of the time, and this is the one time you're not in a trance. Often we're in the trance of thoughts. Yes, thoughts. The power in the thoughts, the habitual paying attention to the thoughts, the allure of the thoughts, the drama of the thoughts pull us into a trance. If you think about it, if the thought tape is playing and we think we are our thoughts, then we're fully in a trance, the trance of thoughts. And that is a large number of people in this world. And then maybe at some point, maybe we become yogis and we realize we're not only our thoughts. In fact, we're not our thoughts at all. We have thoughts, but they're not who we are. So we can start to step away from the trance of thoughts. And at some point later, we know still that there are a stream of thoughts, but we don't pay it so much attention. What were you thinking about? I have no idea. We're free from the trance of thoughts. Some people feel that the thoughts have to stop. And again, you can take a lot of willful yogic practices to try to get the flow of thoughts to stop, culminating in samadhi. For some, their thoughts have completely ended, like blown out like a candle. They're completely free from the trance of thoughts. But one can be free from the trance of thoughts while still having thoughts. It's just allowing them to stream without identifying with them, without acting on them, without grabbing a hold of them and making it a story and more thoughts. You know, one thought, I wonder if the supermarket has raw milk, and then that can get to a whole drama and thoughts just about that one thought. So thoughts are like that, and you just let the thoughts come and go. In Buddhist meditation zones, the passing clouds in the sky. That's a nice way to feel about it. So in this meditation too, the thoughts just stream by, the emotions stream by. You know, Bruce Lee, be like water. My Bruce Lee accent needs some work maybe. But the principle, Bruce Lee had incredible power. For those of you who are not so familiar with Bruce Lee, I highly recommend you check out some YouTube videos of him. And he's so strong and flexible and quick. Like, look what a human body, a human being could do. There's one seared in my memory where he's playing two people who are really good at ping pong, and he's only using nunchucks, you know, those martial arts sticks. It's so fantastic that you just have to see it to believe it. You wouldn't believe it. So Bruce Lee, understood, and many martial artists understand, that to be like water generates a lot of power. So the same thing we can say, the power of humility, the power of surrender, the power of acceptance. Very paradoxical from the society at large. Where does power come from, you know? Yeah. In yoga philosophy, the power is the goddess. So thoughts have a power, speech has a power, emotions has a power. And when you suppress, who are you to tell the goddess what to do with her power? So you just let the power flow. It is anyway. It's only us trying to figure something out or avoid something or make it happen. So these meditations are a perfect way to attune ourselves to be like water, to just allow everything to flow. What will happen when everything flows? Who knows? It doesn't matter. The important point is the flow, and to be attuned to this flow. Oma Jema Vama Bhakta-a Om Shakti Ma. There is only grace. I am. I am, I am, I am. I am, I am, I am. 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 Kama sataya sikodotoya ka. Baba tu kamawada sabakta. Om Shakti Ma. For a long time I wondered, what are these words coming out of my mouth? What language is this? Does someone else speak it? Where is my tribe? Is there some kind of Shakti Talk dictionary, light language dictionary? Maybe there's a workshop. And then you realize it's all a mantra. Everything that's happening in the spontaneous flow of the water, of the yin, of the Tao, it's all a mantra. Whether it sounds like a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya, or sounds like light language, or sounds just like this. It's all a mantra. It's all a mantra because it's happening within this setting, within this meditative Saktipāt setting. and everything is happening is in the spontaneous flow of that happening, constantly dancing, shimmering, flowing unto itself, always fresh, always vibrant, always new, never the same. Oh Ma. Can you be comfortable with the mantra that wants to come through versus the mantra that your mind would like to say? The mind always thinks it has a better idea. I want to sing this mantra. Why can't my voice be doing this today? But can you accept whatever is flowing to flow, accept it over here and accept it over there? And just allow whatever flows forth to flow forth, knowing that it's all the perfect mantra, perfect mudra, all perfect for your awakening. Yes, your awakening. We are in a single unified field of love. And these meditations, we can think of them as transmissions or attunements, cause a dynamic kindling or invitation to grace. Om. And this grace flows through as mantra. One continuous mantra, whether it's vocalizations or not. It's all a mantra flowing. And we know that mantra is super powerful, healing, capable of bestowing incredible yogic powers. Yes. And the most powerful mantra is the spontaneous mantra given to you by the divine. You could climb the Himalayas and go to the highest peaks and meet an enlightened yogi, and it would still not be the same as the mantra that's spontaneously and automatically downloaded within you. So we can say, instead of climbing the highest peak in the Himalaya, we're climbing the highest peak internally to meet the yogi within, the Great Goddess, which is nothing less than our own very sweet self. Yes, you are giving yourself a mantra. We can say your highest self or your God self is giving your current self over here a mantra so that you can relax and heal and move into lighter states of being and become your higher self embodied. Your yogi self, your God self, your angelic self. Yes. And you're not just limited to one of those things. We have many different frequencies and aspects. Yesterday, I shared some about that. Enjoying the multidimensional aspects as they reveal and conceal, and not becoming so attached to them, but still fully enjoying the dynamism of this sadhana, of this meditation. So when Krishna comes, so much joy, so much playfulness. You can feel this soft, loving, playful divine masculine energy. When fierce forms of Kālī come, we can feel her fierce form. When Durga comes, we can feel Durga. And also when angels come, we can feel angels, each with a distinct vibration. The difference between, subtle difference between Gabriel and Michael. We are not bound by a single tradition. This is from the minds of man. We are free whatever comes forth, comes forth. It doesn't matter if it's from Buddhism or Christianity or Judaism or Hinduism or any of the sects. It doesn't matter why it comes forth, only that it comes forth and we enjoy. Om Ma Jai Ma Vama Bhakta A Om Shakti Ma. Hail Mary, full of grace, we are all one being, one light. Om Ma Jai Ma Vama Bhakta A Om Shakti Ma. Hail Mary, full of grace, one being, one light, I am. 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 How can we tell this grace, this divine intelligence, this divine love that we all are, and we're all remembering? How can we tell it's become active? When will my Kuṇḍalinī wake up? Is this it? Is that a kriya? Well, the first sign, in my experience from these meditations, for other people's meditations might be different, is the shine, the radiance, and the glory. It was said that when Moses came down from Mount Sinai, his face shone, shining so brightly that he had to wear a veil after he was hanging out with the burning bush. So just to be in contact with this divine radiance makes our faces shine radiantly. So how can you tell if something is working at that level? Yes, at some moment your face starts to shine. Maybe you can tell in this video what's happened to the face over here over the course of the last half hour or so. That's the deeper connection with the highest self, with the divine love, with Source. As it flows, and we relax and surrender and enjoy more and we're attuned to that more and more, becomes more and more a part of our lives, our days, our waking, dreaming, deep sleep, all levels of consciousness. We maybe even devote ourselves to that. Over here we have an ashram, and we're all devoted to Kālī, we could say Source, or Kuṇḍalinī Shakti. We're devoted to that enlivening, divine, loving intelligence, which has the capacity and the potential to awaken the human being into their highest potential, the most beautiful blossoming. We're fully in service to that, within and without. And therefore people often remark how we're shiny. My friend Milda, when we met, she said, I need to come meditate with you guys. I said, why did you feel that way? Why did you go with strangers to go meditate with them? And she said, I'm following the shiny people. So those with eyes to see and hearts to feel will see and feel. And this is the way the love revolution accelerates. By each of us shining from our own direct connection to the divine love, and then radiating to all our brothers and sisters. It doesn't matter how many see, if anyone ever sees. It just only matters that it is, that you have an inner knowing, and the results are obvious to you. But it's also really cool when other people confirm it. The mind likes that. Oh Ma, Jai Ma, Kālī Ma, Kamasatayo Sikuratoya Kama, Uvoi Kamata, Oi Kasamata, Bhavatu Kamawada Sabhakta, Om Shakti Ma, Hail Mary, full of grace, we are one. If we can say there's a goal to these meditations, it's to remember the love that you are and to fully embody it. Yes, fully embody it in this earth plane, in many planes, but in these bodies on earth. Love in action, love dancing, love playing, love screaming, love eating, love making love, love embodied. Om Ma, Jai Ma, Om Ma, Jai Ma, Om Ma, Om Ma, Jai Ma. Om Ma, Jai, Om Ma, Jai, Om Ma, Jai, Om Ma, Jai. I am. You might hear me say I am a lot. I am beyond the state of any identification with name or character or personality or being of some kind or another. I am is just consciousness reveling in its own existence. I am. I am. I am. Consciousness aware of itself. I am. I am pure consciousness. Aware. Self-aware. Self-aware. I am. I am. This is the I of I am. It is not the personal I. It is the supreme I, the everything that is I, beyond all experiences and memories and here or there or this or that or past lives or dimensions or anything. Just consciousness celebrating itself. Om. 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 I am. I am. And as you make contact with this I am, that we all are, your consciousness, your individuated consciousness, if you want to look at it that way, your body-mind attunes to the I Am, and that's what shines forth. This resonance, this attunement, we can say like a purification, and that's why you shine, like when you do a fast and then you're shining afterwards. The same thing is happening. You're getting more attuned to your natural vibration without all the toxins and gunk. The same is happening here. And that's why we shine. Oh Ma, oh Ma, Jai Ma, Kālī Ma, Om. How brightly can you shine? How many times have you tried to dim your bright shining light? Maybe to fit in, or because you were told it was inappropriate, or you're drawing too much attention to yourself, or any of the other myriad of reasons that the Matrix gives us not to shine. Can we be comfortable with this shine? Letting it shine forth. Letting with those with hearts to feel and eyes to see and ears to hear. To find us. The more of us who can attune to the divine light that we are and have always been, the more each of us can shine, the more humanity can shine as a whole, and the more inner transformation, the more this world can transform as well. The greatest service to yourself and to your brothers and sisters is to shine as brightly as possible. Om Ma Jai, Om Ma Jai, Om Ma Jai. This radiance, this shine, this glory is not limited to gods and goddesses, because we are all one being. The shine of angels is also inherent in us. Yes. Have you ever heard the expression, oh, she's such an angel, she looks like an angel. Yeah, she's shining. Her angelic nature is shining forth, and people remark on it. And we all have that capacity, just as we all have the capacity to have that shine move into something much more dense and dark. And then we human beings, we're sensitive to that too. We say, oh, there's something a little dark about that person. The dark movie. So we all have this capacity, but the capacity for the light we can say this is our most refined and highest human potential, is to realize ourselves as this divine light. To allow all the shadow and distortion to dissolve and to shine forth with our divine humanity. Om Ma Jai Ma Om. Om Ma Jai. Om Ma Jai Ma Om. There is only love. One being, one light, one love, I am. Om Ashri, Bhakta, Om Shakti Ma. Hail Mary, full of grace. We are all one. One being, one light, I am. Om Ma Jai Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma. Baba Tu Kama Wada Sabakta. Om Shakti Ma. I am. 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 I am the glory. 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 Om Ma Jai Ma Om. Om Ma Jai Ma Om. Om Ma. Kama Satayo Sikoro Toya Ki. Kama Sanayo Kotoya Ka. Vama Kali. Babatu Kama Wadasa Bhakta. Om Shakti Ma. Hail Mary, full of grace, we are all love. Love, love, love. Om, om, om. Om Ma. Om Ma Jai Ma Kālī Ma. Om Ma Jai Jai Ma. Om Ma Jai. Om Ma Jai Ma Om. Kama Satayo Sikoro Toya Ka. Bhavatu. Om Shakti Ma. Om Shakti Ma. Om Shakti Ma. Om Ma. Om Shakti Ma. There is only love. One being, one light, one love, I am. Om Ashri, Bhavatu, Kamawa, Dasa, Bhakta. Om Shakti Ma. Om Shakti, Om Shakti, Om Shakti. Om Ashri. Jai Mata Kālī, Jai Mata Kālī, Jai Mata Kālī. Om Shri Bhakta Om Shakti. Hail Mary, full of grace. We are all one. There's a strong portal that the Vedic seers, the Vedic astrologers understood, understood. Starting tomorrow is the 9 nights of the goddess Navratri, the time of the year where the goddess is celebrated with full enthusiasm. This is the powerful time, synchronic time, a window, a portal, astrological temple, where these energies, this divine feminine energy, can be more easily embodied, felt. And we'll be here for those 9 days, 9 nights, connecting with those energies, having those energies sing and dance and play within and without us. This virtual temple where someone can come and celebrate with us. Celebrate this energy, this love, this joy that you are and have always been and will always be. And we can celebrate our embodiment, and we can celebrate the divine and our own divinity and the great goddess in all her forms. I've had so many blessings during this time, during these 9 days every year. There are 3 smaller Navratris too. It happens every season. Also, I have very strong experiences during the smaller Navratris. This is the big one, Maha Navratri. I started to wonder last night. I thought, wow, I'm really in some altered states. What's going on? Did I change something in my routine? But no, it's Navratri already. The planets and the stars and grace and Kālī all aligning into a super powerful, loving portal. And I am. The portal is everywhere. And also, I am that portal. Om, 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 Om. We all have the potential to be this divine loving portal. And in this time, this potential can be more readily realized than at other times in history, from what you might have read about. What a blessing. What a blessing. If you'd like to contact me about this style of yoga, this love and this joy, if there's an experience you've had during these meditations or outside, let's say in dreaming, or you got a download related to this, related to your awakening, related to Kuṇḍalinī, related to Kālī or me, then please feel free to contact me and share. If you feel called to be in closer contact with us here, and this seems the most aligned thing you could possibly do, you can't get it out of your heart, then you can contact me about coming here to Bali, to Indonesia, and celebrate with us in person. Om Jai Ma Vama, Bhakta Om Shakti Ma. Hail Mary, full of grace, we are all love. Om Shri, Bhakta Om Shakti Ma. One being, one light I am. Om Jai Jai Ma. Om Jai Jai Ma. Om Jai Jai Ma. Om Jai Jai Ma. Om 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 Ma. Thanks so much for joining and sharing. Such a pleasure to see all your names cruise by, connecting with each and every one of you in this way. What could be more joyous? Om Jai Ma Vama, Bhakta Om Shakti Ma. See you soon.